Bonjour, my friends, and thank you for returning to Dungeons and Drimbus. What you are about to listen to is our Christmas special follow-up to Yes Chef, Merry Chefmas. 6 months have passed since the Yes Chef finale, in which Butch and Kilana take down the devil and surrender his daughter, Heather Morelli, to justice. Now, on Christmas Eve, Pandora's oven is running smoothly, and we are ready to celebrate a year of odd-won victories. This special was played on the beta version of Mischief, the Dungeons & Drimbus TTRPG, available to all our members at patreon.com/Drimbus, so check it out and give it a try. But without further ado, Dungeons & Drimbus presents Merry Chefmas. A recipe is a guideline. Adding, subtracting, evolving it. That is part of the pleasure. Sweat stains your brows as the sweltering kitchen grows quiet with one last clang of the cookware. Giancarlo walks up to the pass. That's a wrap. Kitchen is closed. Customers are gone. Merry Christmas Eve, Chef.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Listen, why don't you take a moment with the brigade, but I would love just to have a word with you and the All-Stars in the back afterward, okay?
Very well.
He heads out to begin cleaning up the dining room and leaves you to address your team after having completed, finally, your last service for the year.
Do they all stop, or do they keep going?
No, Chef keeps working. I don't respond to... Or Chef, Chef doesn't respond to grunts.
Already. Kilana will turn to see Chef Orson is clearly asking for attention, and she'll smack Chef. Not Chef Orson. Chef. Nick Palazzo Chef. God, I hate you. Why would you do this? It's Christmas, goddammit. And to eyes up.
Ouch.
Charlie had already been staring at Chef Orson the moment he entered the kitchen.
He's gonna wait till it's dead silent.
Whoa, gotta go. Oh, wait, he wants to say something.
Chef will just flash his piece that he's carrying on him and say, "You need to leave."
Whoa, gotta go for real now. He runs out.
Good work, everyone. Meet in the back in 5.
And Kilana's gonna finish tidying up her station, say goodbye to some of the other chefs, and then make her way to the back.
Thank you, Chef. I just wanted to say thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I didn't think I would get to work under you and Mr. Orson, and it's really changed my life a lot. So thank you. You're a good chef.
Thank you. No, I really appreciate that, and thank you for all your hard work. Really, we're nothing without a strong team. So happy holidays. Enjoy it. Really, you deserve it. Seriously.
Yeah, you too. Oh, I know that you're probably better at making them, but during the lunch break we made some snickerdoodle cookies and we left them in the oven, on the cooling rack. So if you guys want to have some, we just wanted to leave something for you. But we know that you guys do your stuff after hours, so we didn't want to intrude, so we just left them there.
No, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we just have a quick meeting, but no, thank you so much. That's really, really kind. No, we'll definitely enjoy them. Thank you.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, y'all.
Yeah, and everyone begins to file out as you guys head into the back.
To the back. To the back of the back.
You head to the back of the back, into the bookkeeping office, which is Giancarlo's little nook. And as you get there, you see Chef Orson standing, arms crossed in his usual resting pose. Giancarlo in the office chair, kind of looking over some papers, and he turns around and he goes, thank you all for coming. I just wanted to take a second now at the end of this very challenging and exciting year. Thank you for bringing it to such a marvelous close. And, I don't know what each of your traditions are, but I love to give a little gift in the holiday season. And I got each of you a little something, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yes, that is more than okay with me.
Okay.
Certainly okay with me, although now I feel very unsouthernly, for I have nothing for you at this time.
I delight in ambushing people with gifts. I need nothing in return. You have already gifted me.
And you see he reaches into like the cardboard recycling bins for like paper at like certain offices and events. So there's one of those and he takes the lid off and you see there's no paper in there. That's where he's been hiding all the gifts. He reaches in and he pulls out a little gift wrap box. It is this like silvery white wrapping paper with little chef's knives all over it. And he hands the first box over to Chef Orson.
Thank you, Giancarlo.
You're most welcome, Chef.
He'll take out his chef knife and just cut down the middle so that the wrapping paper just kind of splits in half and falls to the floor.
Yeah, it opens up like a beautiful piece of origami, and inside is just like one of those nondescript like white Macy's boxes. But then as you lift the lid on that Macy's box and you take off the like present paper inside, you see there are 6 small snow globes. And inside of the snow globes, you see it is a miniature recreation of your kitchen in Pandora's oven. And in front of the kitchen, in the back, you see little tiny miniature figures that look like all of your team. And in front of the kitchen, like staring out of the snow globe, is a little tiny Chef Orson with his arms crossed looking out.
Thank you. It's precious.
Of course, and also it is a little unconventional, but each snow globe is filled with the finest Pinot Grigio from your birth year, Chef.
Are these all for me or is it for
These are all for you.
He'll just put them off to the side and hope the attention is off him now.
Definitely picking up on this cue, you see Giancarlo lets it linger a little longer, almost as if he is purposefully like trying to get you to like become more comfortable with your crew. But then he feels merciful and turns around and reaches in to grab a different gift. This time it's a very small gift, like it fits in one hand, but it is wrapped in that same silvery chef's knife wrapping paper. And he says,
For Charlie, here you go.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Giancarlo. And Charlie will unwrap the present.
As you unwrap it, it is actually a glasses case. And as you open the glasses case, you see these beautiful, stylish black Wayfarer sunglasses.
To complement your impeccable sense of style and cool.
Oh, wow, Giancarlo. And Charlie will take off his glasses that he's wearing and put on the black Wayfarers.
As you put them on, not only are they your prescription, additionally, unbeknownst to anyone but you, everyone in your vision becomes Chef Orson in his Calvin Klein's underwear. And as you look at one of the Chef Orsons standing where Giancarlo was standing, he winks and puts a finger to his lips and goes,
I'm speechless. The prescription is absolutely perfect.
Oh, I'm so glad I got it right.
I have never in my life seen things so clearly. It is high definition. The vision just ripples and is...
Damn, I want to try them on. How?
They wouldn't work for you, Kilana. We don't wear the same glasses prescription.
How bad is your prescription, Charlie?
Numbers are just such a silly thing. I couldn't possibly know what my prescription is, but certainly very different from yours. And plus, these are my special glasses, and I couldn't part with them. And not after Giancarlo went through such trouble.
Yes, Kilana, I wouldn't want you to get a headache. Charlie, I hope you will put those to good and responsible use.
Oh, well, as responsible as a southern gentleman can be.
With that, he's going to turn around, reach back into the pile, and you see this time he pulls out an even smaller box. It seems to fit in the palm of his hand, and he says,
For you, Chef.
This is for me? I mean, this is for Chef? Shit.
Open it.
I stab it with my knife to open. I mean, Chef's knife. Shit. Chef's cutting it open.
You open the tiny wrapped box, and what you see is a beautifully adorned black cube. It has little rubber stakes that you can wiggle, little Texas gallon hats that you can click, and you realize it is a Paris, Texas themed fidget cube.
I noticed your extreme anxiety subsides when you're focused on something. Now, you'll be able to speak in the first person again.
Really?
Yes!
Wow! This is the best gift ever. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness, it worked. I can talk in the front. Wow, it's like magic. Oh, and I can click stuff too. This is like
Bravo, my friend, bravo.
This is like when colorblind people could see color for the first time. Oh my goodness, I'm crying.
You all notice Chef has like always been vibrating, and for the first time he's standing still.
Wow. The room's not spinning.
That's a gift for everyone, really.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's a gift for the whole crew. And with that, Giancarlo turns around and reaches down to grab the final gift. This is a heftier box. It seems a little bit more cumbersome. And he says, "For you, Kilana."
Oh, crap. That's okay. Yeah. Thank you.
As you take it, it is also wrapped in this very nice little tiny chef knife wrapping paper, and it is heavy. You can almost feel as like you rotate, because it's a rectangular box, but as you rotate it, you can almost hear like something roll inside, almost like a big marble or a bowling ball or something.
I'm not shy about these kinds of things. And Kill's just gonna rip the wrapping paper.
Fabulous.
I love the wrapping paper. Like gorgeous. Just gonna, yeah.
It's quite all right. I have plenty if you want more. And as you rip into it, you find an acrylic ball that seems to be filled with like liquid or water. And as you reach down and you pick it up, you see that inside of the acrylic ball is a mantis shrimp. To represent your tenacity as a leader, ferocity as a creative chef, and your love of shrimp. A sous chef for the sous chef.
This is such a thoughtful gift. Thank you so much. And she's gonna like gently put it down, and she is going to go in for a hug.
You like go to like hug, and as you're turning it around, he's already coming in to give you a hug. And as you do, you see that the mantis shrimp begins to roll the ball along the desk where you set it down. This is a very special mantis shrimp. I believe that you two are of a kindred spirit, and perhaps, he can assist you in some ways as you go about your chefly duties.
Chef watches as he thinks about the health code violations.
Don't worry, Chef, it is fresh seafood.
Yeah, don't kill my buddy. This is my gift.
The acrylic ball is perfectly contained. It is very sanitary. You must think higher of me, Chef Orson, please.
Yeah, I'll keep it in the office, or I'll keep it at home.
Very good, very good.
Thank you, Kilana.
Listen, team, this is just a small show of gratitude for the wonderful joie de vivre you have all injected back into my life. The opportunity to serve such wonderful people in the dining room and the kitchen has been the great honor of my life. But there is more. I think we can push our team to the next level. We can gun for those Michelin stars, and to do so, I've signed you up for a little team building exercise. Something, I hope, will feed your souls. I cannot imagine better spiritual and nourishment than some community service, giving back to those less fortunate. So, take a moment to compose yourselves. I will handle closing the restaurant and cleaning up, and when you're ready, head to Orsino's Italian Kitchen. Butch, I've already loaded the destination into your GPS, and be ready to cook and spread some Christmas cheer. I noticed when you were in Florida, Kilana wanted to rent, I believe it was the Mustang?
It was a Mustang, yes it was, thank you.
Right, well, perhaps there is a little present in the parking lot.
Shut up, and Kilana's gonna run outside.
As you run outside, you do find that there is a glisten. What's Kilana's favorite color?
Well, for a Mustang, it has to be red.
Okay, there's a glistening red Mustang with a silver bow atop it. However, you do notice that it has a decal that reads Pandora's Oven, and you get the sense that this is the new delivery vehicle.
Oh, she's still really pretty. She's gonna check if it's unlocked.
It is not unlocked, and then you see Giancarlo like running out, his little like dress shoes tapping on the floor, and he goes, Sorry, I didn't think you would be that excited. And he tosses you the keys.
Thanks. No, we still have things to do. It's fine. I just want to sit in it. I just want to sit in it.
Go ahead. Yeah, and you can sit in it.
Thanks.
It's got that fresh new car smell.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Kilana loves Christmas. That's what's happening. Kilana loves Christmas.
Everyone, please grab what you need from your lockers, and we'll head out.
Charlie goes to his locker.
There's an envelope in your locker.
Oh.
Charlie like looks around for a moment to see if anybody would have like recently dropped it off, and he like slowly opens the envelope.
It says, "Thank you for your service, and your Christmas bonus is inside."
Kilana will go back inside to get her things too.
And there's an envelope there too.
No way. Kalana's gonna grab her rainbow knife and her other chef jacket just to have, and she'll see the envelope falls to the floor, and she's like, oh goodness, not okay. And she'll open it up.
And it says, "Thank you for your service, and it's 5% of your salary as well."
And just like under her breath, like, oh, so personal. I love the holidays.
That's $12,500 in one check.
I was like, oh, I do love the holidays. And wow, yeah. And she'll like fold it up and put it in. I'm scared to put it in my pocket.
Bro, mobile deposit that shit.
Yeah, she's gonna
mobile deposit that shit right now.
She's gonna like set out and be like, nope, we're doing this right now. And she's gonna take out her phone. She's on Chase. She's Zelle. She's depositing that check immediately. Thank you so much.
And with that, you all pack into the Mustang. It is like just barely a comfortable squeeze for like 4 people with all their gear. But like you sit in, it's got that nice new car smell, little Christmas tree hanging from the mirror. Who's driving?
Me, I am.
Fantastic.
Executive decision.
And with that, Kilana, unlike your last road trip with Chef, you confidently take the wheel from the get-go, not in the middle of traffic as he decides to take a nap mid-drive, and you begin to drive to Orsino's Italian kitchen. As you pull up, you see a lovely 2-story establishment in the style of a classic Italian villa. Elegant archways lead into the pleasant carpeted interior under candlelight. A large banner strung across the entranceway reads, "Community Christmas Kitchen," advertising free meals for any who need it. And already, a line of eager diners has begun to form outside, waiting to be let in.
Oh, giving back during this season just feels right.
As you all walk in, you go through the doors and are greeted by none other than Chef Gordon Ramsay himself. Orson!
Gordon.
Hello, big boy. How you doing?
Kilana is aghast. Her hands are covering her mouth. Like she knows exactly how he feels about this. It's gonna be crazy. Her eyes are bulging and she's just watching. She cannot believe.
"I'm well, Gordon. How's the..." And he like gestures to his head.
You see, he has taken to wearing an actual chef's hat now so that you can't see the dent. And then he goes, "I'm doing okay. So grateful that you're able to join us this year. A couple of ground rules. No turkey whatsoever. Got it?"
Very well.
And then he begins to lead you in towards the kitchen and he goes, "So, how this is going to work? We're going to have a little cook-off. Good-natured competition. Your brigade has access to all of the ingredients. You choose your perfect Christmas menu. I'll do the same. Each diner has their pick of the food, and whoever feeds the most people gets a luxurious, wonderful, all-expenses-paid trip to the Bahamas for New Year's. Sound good?"
Wonderful.
Wow.
Yes, Chef.
Right. Let's get some pep in our steps. Now, I am between seasons of Hell's Kitchen, so we're actually mixing 2 of my passions for this event. I love giving back to the community, and I'm extending that to some of the work I do with the incarcerated. Give them a chance to give back, lift their spirits. So, my crew today is brought in straight from Rikers. We have, and you see he gestures to a door. He says, Freddie Burns Belson, sup. Kerry Holmes, howdy. And Heather Morelli.
Oh, hey, Butchie. Oh, hi, Kilana. How you doing? Chef Charlie.
Oh my God.
Looking good.
Oh gosh! Wait, who is it? My glasses. I like pull my glasses, and I can see now the blurry outline of Heather. And then I put them back on, and I see Chef Orson in his Calvin Kleins. And then I pull them back down. I'm like, oh dear me, this is not ideal. And I switch out my glasses to my usual glasses. society.
Gordon is definitely looking between the two, clearly unaware of any previous affiliation going on here.
You know, in like anime, when something like really traumatic happens, or like there's just like a moment where the main character is like met with like an enemy that they haven't seen in years, and everything just like stops.
Yeah.
That's what happens for Kilana in this moment. She's just, as soon as he says her name, and then you hear, hi, Kilana, she just fucking freezes for a second. Like, she's able to shake it off because it's been 6 months. That's canon. She's tried to work through this trauma, but it definitely is still a trigger for her.
Cheer up, Kilana. It's Christmas.
It's good.
Yeah, for those who celebrate Christmas. Huh. Wow. They'll say happy holidays in this kitchen. I guess not.
Heather, you look well.
So do you.
Gordon looks between everyone and he goes, right, get set, pick your menus, and we'll be off. We've got hungry patrons.
Right. Okay. No time for trauma. It's the holidays. What do we think should be on the menu?
Well, as a big fan of The Holiday, starring Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet, I just love me a Christmas fettuccine.
Okay. Yeah. Simple but delicious enough. That works. Okay. Chef.
I like the fettuccine idea. That sounds good. If not, maybe throw in a little barbecue.
World-renowned Italian barbecue.
Now, not a bad idea. Definitely not a bad idea. What's something similar to barbecue that is more Italian leaning? Hit me with something like that.
Well, I like ribs.
Yes, I too enjoy ribs.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Gordon huddles his team and he goes, right, so we need one magnificent starter, one beautiful side, and a decadent dessert to send everyone home with. We're going to go with the classic beef Wellington. Any suggestions for sides?
A caprese salad?
Perfect.
Maybe we could make them in the shape of Christmas trees.
I like that. Miss Morelli, you are going to be on sides. Mr. Burns, you are going to be on mains. And beautiful dessert, I'm thinking a quick lava cake.
Love it.
I will be on the cakes. And Miss Holmes, you are going to be doing the handoff, interfacing with the customers. Can you bring some cheer? Yeah? Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. All right, great.
Okay, so again, I know, yes.
Cornbread.
Okay.
What about a nice braised Italian short rib?
Okay, let's do that. Let's do a fettuccine with the braised short rib. What about a good starter and a dessert? I'm thinking maybe like a creme brulee for dessert.
Milk and
We
cookies.
can keep it real simple. Okay. Do you want to dress up as Santa Claus while we're at it? I know that sounded sarcastic. I swear it wasn't. Like, if you genuinely, I think that'd be actually a sweet thing to do.
Kilana, I want you to take 5 and then come back.
Yes, chef. And Kilana's gonna walk away.
Well, for a starter, perhaps we could do a pumpkin apple soup.
Mozzarella sticks.
Pumpkin apple soup with mozzarella sticks.
Now you're thinking.
Kilana, what do we see as you walk off from the team?
Kilana's gonna go to the bathroom. Her favorite place.
To cry.
She's not gonna cry. Shut up. Kilana's gonna go to the bathroom. She's not crying. She's actually not crying because she's worked through this. She's gonna just look in the mirror and she's like, you're safe. You're good. We're fine. All's well. It's been 6 months. It's literally been plenty of time, right?
And I think with that, the door will open.
No.
As Heather walks in.
No.
Oh, hey, Kilana.
Hey, Heather.
How you been?
Good. Really good. Really good. How about you? Orange is so your color.
Oh, thank you. I know, right? No, I'm actually doing really good. I've really taken to prison. You know, people will do anything for me now. It's like before, except, if they don't do it, then there are real, repercussions that no one's gonna do anything about. So
Right.
I'm having a good time. I always love the holidays. Chef writes to me just like he said he would. It's great.
And that definitely has a stab to it for Kilana. She's like, yeah, the holiday. He said he would, so he's definitely a man of his word.
That's right. I assume that since you're still working with Butchie, then, you're working with Butchie, right? How you taking to that kind of stuff?
And Kilana's really just taking a moment. She's like, she's talking to me like a normal person. I can talk like a normal person too, right? Yeah, I could totally do that. If I'm being honest, Heather, yeah, I wasn't expecting this to ever happen. But the time I get to spend with Chef Orson doing the things he's passionate about is actually really, really exciting. and I'm just happy to be part of it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. You gotta have a good work-life balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Well, good luck in the competition. Happy holidays. And she winks and then goes to the bathroom.
Happy holidays, Heather. Kilana's just gonna just kind of nod to herself, splash her face with water, give herself a little slap, and she'll head back to the kitchen.
You head out to talk of pumpkin apple soup and mozzarella sticks.
The mozzarella sticks will be gone. We'll have a creamy roasted pumpkin apple soup. We'll have a fettuccine Alfredo and the milk and cookies. Gordon is overthinking this.
As he is prone to do.
Is probably due to the welt in his head.
Oh.
Right, shall we open house?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right, and you see Gordon heads over to open house. So what I need to know which of you is going to be working the main dish, which of you is going to be working the side dish, which of you is going to be working desserts, and which of you will be working front of house. So handing off the meals to the customers.
Chef, you've got the milk and cookies. Kilana, you have the fettuccine. And Charlie, you will have the roasted pumpkin apple soup.
So, Chef, you're going to be with the patrons?
I'm very personable.
Okay. I mean, if you're going to be with the patrons, maybe a Santa hat isn't a bad idea.
Kilana, I'm already dressed festively. He lifts up a little pant leg and you see a Christmas sock. It's like a single jingle bell.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. And Kilana's gonna kneel down and she's gonna roll up his pants so his socks at least show as he's walking around and and helping with the patients. At the very least, you can show the holiday spirit. You don't have to keep it to yourself.
Gordon turns around and he goes, "Ready?"
Yes.
Ready.
Here they come! And he opens the doors and rushes into the kitchen and he goes, let's go, let's go, let's go! The patrons begin to filter in. At first, because everything kind of sounds so good and no dishes have been coming out yet, you kind of see everyone is very split. So right now, all the customers are kind of going to both sides evenly. So Kilana, you are up first with the Christmas fettuccine.
Kilana is just checking in on the Italian braised short rib that she has already put into the Dutch oven, and it looks to be cooking nicely.
Let's see if the short rib is cooking nicely. Why don't you give me a will roll to see how much love you can put into the dish?
9.
Okay, that is a full success, as the short rib seems to be coming along nicely. You take a sip of the au jus that it's braising in, and it's quite good. Meanwhile, on the other side, Freddie Burns-Belson is kind of struggling to wrap all of the Wellington nicely in puff pastry that isn't cracking, but he gets a crit success as Gordon comes over and he says, come on, big boy, come on. You want to tuck here? All right. And he kind of gives him a boost, and that is a crit success. They're going to get 2 points, which brings us on to the pumpkin apple soup with Charlie. What do we see you doing?
Charlie is quickly dicing up onion, garlic, carving out the pumpkin, scooping out the guts, holding on to those seeds because you roast them pumpkin seeds later as a little snack for the team.
Of course.
And he is chopping up the pumpkin, popping it in the oven to soften it, roast it for a bit. And then he's also chopping up some apple.
Charlie, there's a lot of chopping and precision going on. Do you want to give me a body roll?
Charlie, make sure you get the coconut milk, ginger, and cardamom.
Certainly, Chef. Yes, Chef. And Charlie rolled an 8.
You do manage to dice them. However, you accidentally slice one of your fingers. And you begin to bleed on some of the diced pumpkin. And this is going to take you out of commission for the next round, as you have to spend some time bandaging yourself up.
Oh, competitions always make me so nervous. Oh gosh. Oh, well, I'll be right back, team. And I head off to wrap and bandage my wound.
Okay. Chef Orson, you see this happening, and someone is going to have to step in for Charlie until he gets back. Who are you assigning?
Oh, well, I'm going to put my faith in Chef.
Excellent choice.
Okay, Chef, you are going to have bad luck on your next 2 rolls as you have your attention split.
Okay.
However, on the other side, Heather, you are working on the caprese salad. What do we see?
Yeah, and so she is slicing the mozzarella, she's slicing the tomato, she's slicing the basil, and she is just like flourishing with the glaze on top, and she's finding a very, very nice wine that will pair perfectly with it. And she's gonna like do a little twist around with the torch of her wrist to make it look like really nice and flashy, and she'll kind of roast the top of the mozzarella.
Heather, why don't you give me a mind roll to try and pair the perfect wine with that?
I would love to, and I have an expertise in wine. That is a 9.
Ooh, that is a full success. As you see, this flair, this extra flash that you're giving as you prepare a pretty simple salad is beginning to draw a couple more patrons to your side. Which brings us around to dessert. We have Chef on the milk and cookies. You are going to have bad luck on this roll, but what do we see you doing as you prepare? What are you doing?
Do you trust me, Chef?
Fuck it. He looks you dead in the eyes and says, I do.
Then watch. So anyway, I come from a farm, and I brought a live cow to the studio audience here.
How did you get that inside the restaurant?
Bessie
Are you
here
keeping that in the
is
pantry?
going to provide
What's
the
going
best
on?
milk you've ever tasted. And in order to help us out, I'm going to use the spell Sweet Little Lies. Bake a wonderful dessert that makes a creature more likely to trust you. Persuasion attempts become lucky.
Okay, here's what I'll say. If you succeed, if you get a full success here, this is gonna give everyone luck for the next turn, as the cookie is so good that people are persuaded to come to your side.
Perfect.
You all see that Chef has been looking very strange today. He's been wearing like a long draping gown and walking kind of weird. And then after he says, "Do you trust me?" he lifts up the gown and a tiny calf comes out who somehow is producing milk despite being a calf. Give me a will roll with bad luck.
An 8?
All right.
Hey.
Okay, that is a mixed success. So I'm going to say that, Chef, with this fresh milk, again, it's a calf, so like something's not right. Still, the dessert comes out really nicely done. However, it is not quite good enough to persuade this first patron to like proselytize to the others and convince more people to come over. So you're just going to get a nice normal success here.
That's okay, little feller.
Watching all this unfold, Charlie switches out his glasses and watches as Chef Orson milks another Chef Orson.
No!
It's a cow's body with Chef Orson's face.
That's insane.
Moo.
Over on the other side, Gordon begins working on the lava cakes, and you see it comes out beautiful, gooey center. Everything is perfect. And he goes, "Oh my God, that is just beautiful." And he pulls one out and he says, "Everyone, stop working. Hands up, come here." And he gives everyone a tiny spoon to taste it, and it's just so good.
Oh, Chef. Do you need a wine to pair with this?
I don't. That's ridiculous. Back to work.
He says that's ridiculous, and Heather, that eye twitches, and then she like shakes her head again. It's like, "Yeah, Chef, that's fine. Yeah, ridiculous."
Meanwhile, Butch, you see that the first patron kind of comes up with the tray ready to receive a meal, and he goes, "Hi."
Hello.
You see he feels kind of awkward. This is a dude who had to come here to receive a free meal on Christmas Eve. You see that people are excited to eat, but they're kind of timid.
Would you care for a tasty treat?
Roll will to see if your tasty treat offer intrigued or creeped him out.
Damn it.
5.
Oh my God!
You see this patron kind of looks at you and goes, "Yeah, thanks.
Would you like it paired with this fine wine?
I'm okay. This looks really good, thank you."
The pleasure is all mine.
And then someone walks in and goes,
Oh, Jerry Benetatos, should I get in line as well so that we can all...
and he goes, "No, we can just share this one. It's why don't you get in the other line?"
And she goes, okay.
Yeah, that way we can try everything,
Okay, Jerry, I love you, Jerry. Mwah. It's me, Mary Benetatos.
Mary Benetatos.
Meanwhile, Carrie Holmes on the other side also kind of gets a mixed success as someone comes up and goes,
Hi, I'm here for the Christmas dinner.
"Okay, you want it now?" Yeah. Like all of it? Or like you're kind of small? Yeah. Carrie, what the fuck are you doing? Hello, little boy. Would you like a delicious Christmas dinner? And Gordon kind of comes in to like help out. You get the sense that everyone is kind of having middling success here. That brings us back around to Kilana as the Christmas fettuccinis are going, and like it is getting pretty heavy in here as like the orders are flowing and you're starting to get into the groove of a dinner service. What do?
Kilana, having seen Chef Orson offer a tasty little treat to one of the patrons, is gonna just like head over to him and just like so quietly just putting a Santa hat on the countertop for him, be like, it's just for you to consider, okay? It's just a consideration. That's it. And she's gonna walk away. She's just gonna walk away.
Fantastic. Kilana, why don't you roll will to see if you can convince Chef Orson to wear the hat?
I don't think I can. That was a 10.
That is a full success. Okay, Chef Orson, do you put on the hat?
I do put on the hat.
You put on the hat, and immediately you see some of the kids in line go, look, he's wearing a hat. It's droopy.
So true.
People seem very charmed by this very serious chef in a silly Santa hat. That is going to give you a point as you see some people who were undecided decide to come into this line. On the other side, we see Freddie Burns Belton is going to get a little fancy with it, and he's going to try sprinkling some herbs, a little garnish around the beef Wellington, which are not Gordon's instructions. That is a mixed success. Gordon comes up and he goes, no, Burns, cilantro doesn't go on the fucking Wellington. And he like tosses it into the trash and grabs another one. But he saves it because it turns out the next patron in line has the gene that makes cilantro taste like soap. Chef.
Yes.
You are left to cover Charlie's station with the soup.
Right.
What are you doing as you try to split your attentions between these two stations?
Oh, God. I'm going to give a culinary demonstration with my Michelin starred ability.
Okay, so you're going to cook and demonstrate to the patrons?
That's correct.
Fuck yeah.
What do we hear you saying as you give this demonstration?
Well, as you can see here, I'm making a mighty fine dish for all of you right here. I'm pretty swell at this cooking gig here, and you're seeing a Michelin chef at work, a self-proclaimed Michelin's chef, and I'm mixing the ingredients, and I'm tossing them too, and I'm pounding them, and I'm mixing them all in this little bowl here, and you're gonna get the meal of your life. Okay, so here we go. I'm swirling, cooking. And bada bing, bada boom, there you go. Have your meal.
Give me a will roll to see if your raw charisma attracts more patrons with this demonstration.
Raw Riz.
I think it's the bada bing, bada boom.
Mm-hmm. That is a 9.
That is a full success.
Yes.
You see that attracts a number of patrons. One of them actually switch lines as they are laughing. They're like, and they are just absolutely tickled by this little presentation that you're giving, that they switch over. Which brings us to Heather with the caprese salads.
Well, actually, two can play at that game because I'm putting on a culinary presentation, but what I'm doing is I'm going so fast with my knives to cut this Christmas tree. I'm flipping things in the air, and I'm using my dexterousness to create a sort of show with how fast I'm cutting these Christmas trees and how perfect.
Give me a will roll. However, you are going to have bad luck because in his mixed success with the Wellington, Freddie accidentally wasted some of your ingredients. So we need to see if you maintain your cool as you realize that you are actually out of basil and you can work it into your presentation.
Wait a minute. I'm completely out of basil?
There's more. It's just not here.
Oh
it's going to interrupt the flow of your presentation.
All right, let's see. 8.
Okay, that is another mixed success. So you see, people are also entertained. You see a couple other people had begun to leave the line, and as you flip the different ingredients, they kind of go, whoa! And they stay here very impressed with the dexterousness of this presentation. However, Gordon seems to be getting distracted by everything that's going on in the kitchen. He's helping Freddie. He's watching this. He grabs a slice of mozzarella that almost falls off a counter, tosses it back to you, and seems to kind of lose sight of the lava cakes for a second.
Under my breath, while I'm doing this, I'll be like, get your shit together, Freddie. Make sure that you tighten that wrapping. Wrap it like a fucking present, Freddie. All right? Don't ruin this for me. And I'm gonna use my hat, which will give him luck if he follows my command.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Keep doing that. I like that.
Oh no.
Which brings us around to Chef. Chef, you have just finished the soup presentation, but now you realize you're running behind on the milk and cookies.
Oh, God.
What do you do?
Oh, dear God. I can't milk this little calf anymore.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Let's go on to the cookies, maybe. And this is going to be one of the very best cookies you've ever had. Let me use the heavenly. Well, it's a healing dish, but these cookies can heal. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'm going to say, again, on a full success, you will inspire someone to bring an extra patron over.
Not great. That's a 6.
Okay, that is another mixed success, as you manage to get the cookies out, but again, they're just kind of fine. For some reason, the dessert course has just not been, like, gelling with you tonight.
No.
As we move over to the other side, where Gordon has had his attention split. Oh man, he almost crits, but he doesn't, and so then paired with the bad luck, you see he manages to get the lava cakes out on time, but he goes, shit! And you see that some of the lava cakes had overcooked, and he stabs into it and he says, the ganache is fucked! And he throws it into the trash can, and he heads out to go grab some, like, fresh cold ganache from the fridge so that he can set it inside the ramekins. That brings us around to Chef Orson once again at the front of house. You have your Santa hat on as a patron walks up. A tiny, scraggly man. He's got, like, an uneven beard and, like, these kind of wide open eyes. He goes, hey!
So I'm going to try and win this by attrition and use all day to target 3 patrons and hand out food to 3 at once.
Okay, I'll give you, because this is like a creative use of it, I want to let you do it. So I'm going to say you're going to have bad luck, but if you do it, you're going to get 3 successes, even on a mixed success.
9. Let's go.
That is a full success, which instead gives you 3 successes because of your ability. And as you begin to hand it out, people are like, oh my God, Chef Orson! You know, they're excited to be close to you now that you're out from behind the counter, and they're eating the cookies, and someone goes, oh my God, this is so good. Queso Loco, get over here. And you see people begin to come over from the other line.
Chef puts his hand out, like that picture with Adam waiting for God to come create him.
Yes!
Oh my God.
The tiny sample cup with a cut up cookie in it. And people begin to come over like in slow motion. It is like a heavenly choir. Heather, you see Gordon has run off to get the ganache. You see Carrie like struggling to get people to stay at this side of the line. And then the lights go off. You see the emergency exit lights begin to glow, and then you hear a huge slam, and you hear the scraping of metal blades. Your eyes adjust to the dim lights, and out in the dining room where Chef Orson, you are now, you suddenly realize there are at least 10 armed people with candy cane blades and plastic Grinch masks on. 5 Grinches start rushing towards the kitchen, and through the intercoms, you hear a lowered, distorted voice.
All I want for Christmas is you. We have Ramsey. And if I don't have Orson in the room with me in the next 5 minutes, he dies.
Immediately, all the patrons go, no, Gordon, America loves you.
Oh, and don't think about causing a scene. Any commotion, and my men will take out the hostages. Painfully. Merry Christmas.
Vinny? Vinny, where are you, baby? What? Oh my God! Oh, Vince, you almost gave me a heart attack.
Oh, well, don't die now, Willie. Open this first.
Vince, you know we said no Christmas presents this year. It's our first time together, and you know I'm still waiting on that promotion for that
I know. But I had a little talk with the Eldritch God of Sales, and, you know, he slid me a little Christmas bonus just so I could do something nice for you, because I know you've been wanting this for a real long time, so don't worry about any of that, okay? Open it.
But I didn't get you anything.
Well, I think this is something we'll be able to enjoy together.
Oh my God. Oh, Vinny.
Do you like it?
You gifted me a year-long membership to patreon.com/Trimbus?
Yeah, they just added the ability to gift Patreon memberships, and I know how much you love that Dungeons and Trimbus bonus content, so I thought it'd be a great gift.
Oh, it is.
And hey, it's not just for you. Now we can both listen to a little bonus content. I hear they're dropping a brand new Christmas-themed Beyond D&D where the crew plays Dungeon Crawl Classics!
You're kidding.
No, they do. Hyper deadly OSR dungeon delving gift as they go on the search for the perfect Christmas present. Here, let's have a listen.
You see Sunic, a lawful squire, equipped with a long sword, a steel helmet, that sack I mentioned earlier. Not like that.
Legendary
That's weird.
sack. Legendary.
No, wait, just the
largest sack you've ever seen.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, we have 15 people in this party.
For now.
And Sunic is just looking for a gift for the knight that he serves.
Fantastic. And then at the very back of the party, Nick, who do we see behind Sunic?
You see, Farmer Brown. And somehow I'm the strongest member of the group, even though I'm just a little old wheat farmer. But I didn't get my name because I farm wheat. I'm going steady with Goat Tilda, my goat. I need to get her a present.
I need everyone at the back of the party to go directly into the line of fire.
Me? I'm just trying to get presents for my kids.
Why do you want me to die?
Wow. Oh, I can't wait to listen to the rest of this.
I know! But wait!
You didn't.
There's more.
Oh, Vince!
I learned from the best, but check out this very special Winter's House printed tee!
Oh my god, is that a little fanny pack that Winters, the strange little fairy elf creature from the bonus content and some of the mainline content lives in?
Yeah, they got designs up now! Holographic stickers, pins, magnet shirts, you name it.
Oh, this is so thoughtful, Vinny.
Don't mention it. I was wondering, do you think any of our friends might like some of this bonus content?
I mean, Henry's really obsessed with The Witcher, and I know he likes some of the Drimbus stuff, but I don't think he's checked out any of the bonus content.
Well then, whoop-pow! The Drimbus crew has made individual collections available for purchase. So, if we don't want to gift him a full ongoing subscription, we can just pick up one of the bonus series to give it a spin and let him see how he likes it.
Well, that's a fabulous idea. We might have to steal this pitch for the Eldritch God of Sales, see if I can land that big promotion.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. But what do you think if we were to add some
customer testimonials? Oh, Vince, we're always on the same wavelength. I love you.
God, I love you too. Put me down. Oh, here, let me just call up my friends over at the Drimbus Patron Discord. We got Jerry Benetatos, Queso Loco, Victoria Madrid, Greta Beignet, Alex Escapes My Ass, Ace Andrews, Regina Russell, Sam Olivos, Jordan Cobb, The Unnamed Rogue, MB Star, Doubtful Guest, Michael Richters, Davis Walden, Danny Dewdrop, Myth Mouse.
Don't worry, Vince, I got this. Callie Wolf, Brandon M. Bishop, Bridge, Twiglets, Joanna, Stan Sitzman, Scrambles the Death Dealer, Aaron Adams, Nathan Mesnard, Ruth Anados, Carrie Holmes, Melissa Rain, Sensational.
Let me get back in here. Butts Aplenty, Uvula Nutria, Dane Kolhoff, Loon, Faust, the Heavenly Demonic Monster, David Carlton, Lord Braxton Von Wendell III, Tracy Baby, Waffle Marine, Elastic Band, Hoodie Gang Sheep, Doobie Daddy, Luke Vermin, MV Carr, Chris McGann, and Vico Cocorico. Oh, I love saying those names with you.
I love saying anything with you, Vince. Especially...
Wapow!
Oh, Merry Christmas, Vinny.
Chef, the 5 guards that start running towards the kitchen begin to surround you, candy cane blades out, and kind of like jab at you to motion to move back into the kitchen.
You hear under Heather's breath, she goes, "Oh no, you don't." And because they're all focused on Orson, she's going to like put her chef's jacket collar up to kind of cover her face. And she's going to use behind to try to take out one of them.
In the darkness, we see Heather readies the shiv that they already had on them, kind of ducks into like the mess of people who are panicking and begins to like splinter cell, like crouch and come over to like the most isolated guard in the corner. Roll that attack.
Oh, baby! That's a 15!
Okay, describe how you take this guy out.
Okay, so she locks in and she pulls out her shiv, which was on like a thigh garter in her jumpsuit, crouching, takes him out. It's very video game-like.
You come up to this guy, he is totally unaware. He has this sharpened candy cane blade out, and he's like striking it on the floor, making people back up away from the exit, and you just come up, and you lay him down. The patrons all kind of go,
and I put my finger to my lips.
And then they kind of quiet down and like huddle around you to hide you from the others.
Since the patrons are covering me, I'd like to put on his mask and cloak and take his candy cane.
Roll mind to try to effectively disguise yourself.
Very good. That's a 9.
Full success. You are virtually indistinguishable from the other Grenchmen.
You think I noticed Heather doing that?
Roll mind to see if you do.
Natural fucking 12. I saw that with laser eyes.
You saw her, like, before she even ducked down. Your spidey sense activated. You looked to Heather, and you saw her getting ready and sneaking, and you see the whole thing go down.
And then she winks at Shef.
And he will, like, move back and, like, hop up onto the counter of the kitchen and be like, ladies and gentlemen, Gordon Ramsay has been kidnapped by the Grinches. For the finale, we have, and he picks up, like, a wine bottle, the 1945 Grand Pinot Noir, built for taste and only one of the finest bottles in existence.
Everyone is captivated.
Yeah. First trying to distract all the Grinches and trying to get the patrons like calm and think it's part of the show.
Roll will to see how well this goes.
That's a 10.
Full success. They do not catch on to the fact that you are trying to distract. You see the Grenchmen are looking at you kind of like wary, like getting ready that you're gonna try something. And then the patrons are just kind of looking at you, and this like calming narration almost quells some of the immediate anxiety of being in a hostage situation.
I'm gonna like hand a bottle to Charlie on the side and wink at Kilana and be like, this vintage is legendary, the proverbial unicorn wine. Ooh. We're just gonna distract. Hopefully maybe Charlie can pass some out and like avoid getting stabbed by a Grinch.
Okay, Charlie, you have been handed this wine bottle. What do you do?
Charlie, in the darkness, was not able to find his old pairs of glasses. So all he sees is Chef Orson in Calvin Klein and Grinch masks, surrounded by other Chef Orsons in pairs of Calvin Kleins. And the one that speaks with Chef Orson's voice gives him this bottle of wine, and he's like, I guess I'm not on the soup right now, and kind of not quite sure what's going on. Like goes around and goes, well, who wants some? And he starts uncorking the wine bottle and comes around with a tray of glasses as well.
Yeah, and Charlie, because these are like augmented glasses, the darkness is not affecting you as much, but you are affected because everyone looks like Chef Orson.
Honestly, that should be good luck for him. I'll say it. It's
okay, give me a will roll with good luck, and if you succeed, this is going to increase to double luck for all like stealth related things.
Okay, that's a 15.
Whoa. Again, full success, and with this crit, there are 4 Grenchmen in the dining room, and then 5 around Chef Orson. And since the bottle gets handed off to you and you begin to pour and you're further in the kitchen, 3 of them get drawn off of Chef Orson and like straight into the kitchen. They get the sense that they have the situation under control, and they're like, fuck it, why not? Yeah, I love wine. And they head in, weapons drawn, like still ready to go, but they're like, hey, like, what's the point of a hostage situation if you can't have a little fun, right?
So as Charlie's pouring the Grinch's Grenchmen wine, she'll also come over with like a silver platter, toothpicks in each little bit, be like, may I offer you a braised short rib on the side to pair with your wine?
Oh my god, yeah. He like unfurls his mask like Spider-Man when he needs to use his mouth and takes the short rib and goes, normally we just kill everyone, and I feel like doing this is way better. You get treated like a king, man. We gotta take hostages more often. Yeah.
And Kilana wants to make sure like she's kind of in the way of the entrance exit of the kitchen to really separate the Grinchmen from the patrons, if that makes sense.
Fantastic, yeah. So the 3 that are in the kitchen have to go through you.
Okay, yeah.
The 2 Grinches that are still with you, Chef Orson, kind of prod you forward and they go, okay, we like the speech. Go into the kitchen. Come on.
And would you like a tasty treat, boys?
Roll will.
Charlie says, yes, I would like a tasty treat.
That's 11.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I would like a tasty treat. Yeah. Yeah, what's wrong with a little tasty treat here and there?
Some Christmas wine, and he pulls out the Assassin's Teapot.
Yes! Is this your personal vintage?
It is, just for you.
Oh my god, that sounds magnificent. Yeah, I'd love some. But step into the kitchen while we have some.
He'll backwards walk slowly while pouring, doing a little flourish, like where you like raise the cup really high and the stream goes thin.
Yeah, it's like the cartoon where their nose is following you first and like their body's trailing behind.
And makes 2 and flicks 2 cups at them. You should try this.
Yeah, they drink it. You have convinced them with that 11. Just, Oh my god, what's in that?
Bit of floral extracts. You see the Grinch grin go on Chef Orson. Berries and ketamine.
But you get the sense that if you don't further this along, their reaction is going to cause a commotion in the kitchen.
Got you.
Can Heather step into the kitchen with them as a Grinch?
Heather, you kind of work your way through the crowd and you enter the kitchen and you see 2 coughing Grinches beginning to sway and look woozy as 3 others are successfully distracted for the moment by the small samples of short rib.
And Heather will smoothly slip behind one of them and catch him and put a hand over his mouth and just...
Roll that attack. I'm going to say you have good luck.
Nice. That's a 14.
14, that is a full success. I'm going to say that you can actually take them both out if you'd like.
Yes, I'd love to. So what I do is I like come up from behind and I put my arms around both of them to catch them so that they don't make a sound when they fall. And I say, hey, Chef, and just, and then gently let them down.
Fantastic. They both kind of like die very quietly and you like gently let them down behind one of those like kitchen islands so that if the other Grinches turn around, they won't see it. So there are now 3 other Grinches here. There is Heather and there are 4 left in the main room with all of the diners. And at this point, you see one of the Grinches that was eating one of the samples turns around and he goes, "Where's Jameson?" Looking at Heather as if you were one of the 2 that was just standing here a moment ago.
And Heather doesn't say anything but points to the bathroom.
Right. Oh, man. Ever since he started getting that urinary tract infection, he's just so unreliable in these situations. Anyways, listen, you and he taps like one of the guys next to him and you go put him on ice. And we'll stay here with everyone else. And tell him to hurry his ass up in the bathroom, yeah?
Double thumbs up.
Okay, you see one of the Grinches begins to round the corner and is about to stumble upon the 2 bodies where you and Chef Orson are.
Oh wait, you can't go before having a cookie. And she's gonna run over and shove a cookie into the one who's trying like straight into their mouth.
Well, what do you mean? Are you trying to hurt them or?
No, not necessarily. Just distract. Continue distracting. Just shove a cookie in their mouth and like move their jaw for them. Be like, and then like she can then take them the long way around. Be like, isn't it good? You want to know what's in it? And she'll start like telling them exactly how he did it.
Roll will to effectively like pull this off and kind of bamboozle them.
Okay, that's a 9.
Full success. You bring him around and he goes, "Yeah, that is really good. You know, you guys are really accommodating for being held hostage."
Well, you know, we have to be. It's the holidays again. We would offer milk, but the calf is.
Are you hiring? You know, like.
Well, you know.
I mean, I don't mind this, but like, I think this is not really going to be like a lifelong career path. Like.
Right.
I should probably look for something a little more stable.
Are you a cook? Do you cook? And as she's talking to him, she is just leading him back around the other way.
I want to. It's a lifelong dream. Yeah, you do this completely successfully. He was the only one being sent that way, and you have completely taken him off track.
Fire.
Charlie and Chef, would either of you like to do anything?
Is continuing to cook an option?
You certainly can. If you want to give a demonstration, perhaps you can try and distract them even further.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to give a demonstration, yeah. Gather around, Grinches. We're going to smack together a couple of things here, go bada bing, bada boom. You know, I was able to squeeze out another inch of milk. So you mix in milk with these little ingredients here.
The calf is like,
Yeah, that's okay there, little buddy. And then you go smack, smack, smack. You know, toss it in a bowl here. Crack an egg in one bowl. Crack an egg in another bowl. Mix the bowls together. Now you got 2 eggs and woo, 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 woo. And there you go.
Roll Will.
Perfect 12.
Critical success. They are so enraptured that the lead Grinch, for lack of a better word, turns around and goes, hey, put them on ice. It's getting good.
Yeah, again, double thumbs up.
Okay.
Somebody left a spill on this floor. Whoa. And then he's going to pretend to slip, but really he's going to use all day to target all 3 of them and kind of try to bring them down and choke them out.
Oh my God.
Damn. Can I help him?
Certainly.
I would like to bring him forward like they're expecting, and then if he needs, I'll trip one of them on accident. I'm basically there to make them think that everything is going as planned.
Okay, Chef Orson, you are going to have good luck because they have been distracted. So go ahead and roll that attack.
7.
So you try to do this, however, you actually slip on a little bit of blood, and you manage to bring one guy to the ground with you. And you are bear hugging him down. He is still alive, and the other 2 immediately turn towards you.
Heather will step forward and she will grab Chef's shoulders and kind of like clench her fingers to try to like let him know it's her. Lift him up and then punch him for the show. To like make it seem like I'm punishing him.
Roll that.
Natural 12.
Chef Orson, you take 2 damage.
Oh, fuck.
As you get sucker punched. The breath escapes you. This hurts really bad.
Heather's been doing it in prison, huh? You've been.
I mean, I got all that extra time.
Yeah.
You see like this nice bump protruding from like the Santa suit, basically. And then everyone you see, they immediately drew their candy canes and they bring it up to hit Chef Orson. And then he just looks and he goes, whoa, nice hit, man.
And she just grunts.
Man, I really thought you were making progress in speech therapy. Sorry to hear that. Anyways, get this bitch on ice. Go.
Yeah, and Heather will just start leading him off.
You guys begin walking out towards the walk-in freezer. As the rest of you are being ushered back by the 2 remaining guards. There are 2 bodies on the floor. You see the thin pool of blood actually beginning to leak out around the edges of the counter. Back up! Back up!
Okay. Oh.
Charlie has been holding the drink tray that's now empty, so it's just this big heavy metal platter, and he is going to throw it like a discus.
As I see Charlie preparing to attack one of the Grinchmen, I will grab the saucepan that's on one of the stoves and plan to smack it down on the other Grinchman.
Fantastic. Both of you roll that as you see the one who had been knocked down by Orson is picking himself up, and as he looks up, he sees the pool of blood and he goes, holy shit! What are those rolls?
The base roll is an 11, and then the luck roll was a 4, so 15.
Fantastic. Crit. The one in charge goes, what's going on? And your tray hits him. He slams backward onto the gas stove. Immediately taken completely out. And Kilana?
I got a 14.
Damn.
Likewise, as he turns around, you hear, what's going on? He goes, they killed some... Poof! You just smash his head into the tile flooring using the saucepan, taking out the remaining guard.
Yeah.
Freddie Burns Belton from Gordon's crew goes, holy shit, you killers?
No, we're just chefs. We're just chefs. We're really skilled in the kitchen.
And I love me some ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, we're
Normally
just...
you don't play frisbee with no ding-dang, no tray. You know?
Well, they're so similar in style that it would just make sense to use it as a weapon in this scenario.
Right. So you killers then?
No, we're just, I'm one hell of a chef.
So you cooking with the bodies?
What?
You said you were a chef after you killed the people, so you must be cooking with the bodies.
No, that's...
It's okay, I'm a cannibal, that's why I'm in Rikers.
Okay.
Carrie Holmes goes, hi, I won't tell anybody what happened here.
Thank you.
Much obliged.
Can I leave?
Well, we still have 4 guards and a room full of patrons, so...
Okay, I don't do that. I'm in prison for embezzlement, so I'd rather
No,
not.
right. You just...
I could... I'm a killer.
Settle down. You settle down. Carrie, is it?
Yeah, that's me.
Carrie, you've been doing such a great job with the patrons. If you can, just continue feeding them. And here. And Kilana has an extra Santa hat. Duh, it's the holidays. And she's going to put the other Santa hat on Carrie and be like, keep up the good work. These people came for food, right?
Right.
So let's feed them.
Give me a will roll to try and calm Carrie down.
That's a 7.
She doesn't seem calm, but she seems functional. She goes, okay, are we supposed to keep feeding them in the hostage situation? Shouldn't we be acting like we're being held hostage? Because they don't know know we killed everyone, right?
I mean, not necessarily dead. Kilana like looks down. He's so dead. He's not necessarily dead. I just, hit him really hard.
Right. As blood leaks out of like the back of their head.
Yeah, Carrie can't see that.
Smells like head blood.
Okay, you
Best kind.
don't need to know that. You need to keep cooking. Keep cooking, and maybe you'll get some of this to go, all right?
He grabs one of their arms and puts it on a cutting board.
No.
And like looks to you. Okay.
Let's
I'll keep it
Let's
stew.
cooperate until we're done. How about that?
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
Heather and Butch, you guys head down a back hallway to a large walk-in freezer, and you see the guard opens it and kind of gestures for you to toss Butch inside.
Basically, I'm gonna like turn Butch around to try to go in, and then I'm gonna turn around and just like and
Roll
try
that.
to. All right, great. That's a 12.
Holy shit. Okay, describe how you kill him.
She like goes to put Shef in, and then just twirls around and just like in the gut, and then like covers his mouth and just like puts him inside. And then turns around and is like,
I'm so sorry, Chef. I just had to hit you so that they thought it was like, part of the thing. Did I really hurt you?
Heather,
Yeah.
you hit well.
Oh, thank you, Chef. Want to dress up?
Yeah, he takes the body out and starts putting on the Grinch clothes.
Heather blushes and tries not to watch him change.
She tries, but look, critical fail.
Butch, roll mind to see how well you disguise yourself. You remember last time your fake mustache did not go well.
Thinking of that too. Oh, but this time is a 13.
Ooh. So you remember to disguise yourself, and you're like, oh no, he's bleeding. And before he can fully collapse, because you open and he's still like standing there, you like grab him and like flay the clothes off of him so that none of the blood like lands on it, and it remains nice and pristine. And he's just sort of like as you're like stripping him and taking his outfit.
You okay?
I'm fine. Where's Gordon?
I don't know. We gotta find him. Do you think your brigade's okay? Should we go get him?
They might need help.
I just don't know if she's gonna like it. Of course she. Okay, cut it with the sweets and pudding crap. Remember what we're here to do.
You hear that very distantly, reverberating through the vents.
Should I go check on your brigade, or do you want me to go check that out?
They'll be fine. Let's go check out that noise.
Okay.
All right. You guys trying to hop up into the vents?
Yep.
Once the freezer is closed, you can kind of like step on the handle if you like support each other to reach up to the vents and crawl in if you would like.
He'll lace his fingers for her to have like a place to step on so he can lift her up.
Thank you. What a gentleman.
Okay, Heather, you pop up into the vents, and then I'm assuming you give a hand down to help pull Butch up. Fantastic. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, the rest of you, as you're debating what your plan is, you also hear the same voices reverberating through the vents now that you have this quiet.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I'm unclear.
Okay, I think we need to hide these bodies. I don't want to cause that commotion. I don't want Gordon Ramsay to die. I don't want America's sweetheart to die. Any ideas?
We could stuff them in the pantry.
Okay, yeah, let's start with that. And Kilana will start to drag them towards the pantry, start taking out things to make room to shove the bodies in.
The mantis shrimp begins trying to help you hide the bodies as it pops out and begins to roll one of them over.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so
Such
much.
a health code violation.
Hey, you don't tell Chef. It's fine. Look, he's helping. He's helping. He's so good.
Kilana, roll mind with luck for each person that is helping you. Freddy will help you. Carrie will kind of stand in the corner and look the other way.
Charlie's helping.
I'll help.
12.
Yeah, so with that crit, you not only hide the bodies, but you see that Freddy, with alarming accuracy, finds like all the right chemicals to like clean up the blood and leaves the kitchen looking spotless rather quickly.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Freddy.
You ever want to do this again, just hit me up.
Oh, thank you, Freddy.
We will know where to find you.
Yes.
Yep.
Fuck, we should have taken their outfits too.
Don't worry. I never put a body away clothes. And he pulls out like all of the uniforms.
Thank you, Freddy.
Well, thank you for being so considerate.
Yep. You look like you got sweet cheeks.
Oh my.
Who did you say that to?
The twink.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know if they're sweet as they are savory, but maybe
okay,
you can eat this ass later, baby.
Okay.
Now you're speaking my language.
Hee-haw.
Please keep it in your pants. Please, just for a moment. Okay, can't believe I'm going to say it, but we can take a note out of Heather's book and we can stealthily try and take out the guys in the front. without making a commotion.
Sounds good to me.
Right. Now, I got a quick question for you. You got a criminal from the Who's Got going out and stabbing people, and, that sounds good. But, like, if you go out, you stab them, they might think that's kind of weird because, you're not criminals.
I think I know what you're saying, man. You know what I'm saying?
You understand? I'm talking about you don't got dilly-dally. You can dilly a little bit, but you can't dally. You can't do both at the same time.
Hey, you want to play with my fidget toy? You want this?
Mm-hmm. He raises an eyebrow.
Here, click that.
Okay.
Pretty good, right?
Well, this is quite the predicament. Listen, everyone. Dr. Freddie Burns-Belson here. I think we are perhaps in a situation where if we were to maybe call a code red and call them in here, then we could eliminate them quickly, and then we wouldn't have to explain to the patrons why murder was committed. Ooh, I feel lightheaded.
And he puts the fidget cube down and he goes, yeah, so that's what I think.
Okay. Kill's gonna look at Charlie like, what the fuck?
Charlie shrugs and just kind of goes over to like the opening between the kitchen and the dining space. Oh, hey, can we get a little help in here?
Roll will.
Oh, delightful. That was a 4.
No, dude, we can't leave the hostages alone. Deal with it. Unless you want us to start, And he raises like the cane up.
Oh, silly me. Sorry about that.
They probably think you're that guy with the bathroom problems. Probably think you need help. Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Y'all thinking too much. He opens the kitchen door and then like slides like belly first so that he's crawling like under people's legs to go towards one of the cars.
I'll follow.
Charlie will follow suit.
Fuck it, he's right. And then Kill will just follow behind, but not belly first, but will like make her way through the patrons. You're okay, just stay towards the kitchen. Food is still being dished out. Just work your way closer to the kitchen, okay?
Yeah. All of you roll, I guess, body for your stealth to see if you can just get the drop on these guys.
8.
3.
Okay, you guys begin to make your way out. Freddie, Kilana, and Shef, you all make it up to your targets. However, Charlie, as you are on your way, you actually get tripped. The other guards turn around and see all of you sneaking up. They seem to raise up their candy cane, say, "Wait, you guys aren't supposed to do that. Hey, back up!" And you see they notice on Charlie, as you had walked out of the kitchen, you stepped through the pool of blood, and the bottom of your pant is stained. And he goes, "We got intruders!"
Kill would like to use on the fly, and she wants to throw a meat fork at the main guy that she was targeting, and then a knife.
Okay, you can go first, but because the alarm has been raised, you are going to have bad luck on your second action.
Okay, that's a 10.
Fantastic. So the first one, you immediately stab into the guy directly ahead of you. You see Freddy's head suddenly pops out of the crowd as he goes, "What's going on?" And he is going to slice at one of the Grinches, but the Grinch immediately takes the candy cane and drives it up into his ribs. He goes, "Oh, I'm Ramosi." And then you see as he rips through and drives it in further, and Freddy drops to the ground, dead. Kilana, as you are looking at that, you have taken your eyes off of the one that is looking at you, and you hear as something gets unhooked from a belt and shattered on the ground as a hot cocoa bomb explodes. This is spiced chocolate. So Kilana, you are going to take damage as you begin to burn, and you are blind, and so are all the adjacent patrons to you as you hear, and some of them collapse to the ground.
So Charlie's going to try to recover from his stumble, and he's going to take one of the knives from one of the patrons' tables and throw it at one of the enemies.
Which one would you like to target?
Vengeance for Freddy.
Justice for Freddy.
Natural 12 plus 2.
Fantastic. Describe how you take this guy out.
Charlie grabs a knife, looks at his reflection and goes, "You'll do better next time with the stealth. But for now," and like he like makes a karate chop motion with his arm and releases the knife, and it goes and sticks right into the guy's eye.
He collapses. Then the two who are undamaged, I'm gonna say they're gonna have to go for Charlie because Charlie's the one who started the commotion in the first place. So they come running straight at you.
Can I use corner?
You absolutely can.
Charlie, watch your back!
They both come running. Charlie, you hear, "Charlie, watch your back," and describe how you strike both of them as you turn around.
He rotates around, And as he does, everything kind of slows down. He sees two Chef Orsons approaching in Grinch masks. He grabs two forks off the table as he's spinning around, and he leaps up and drives each fork into either's neck. This hurts me more than it hurts you, my beautiful man.
I can guarantee you it doesn't.
Does anyone need healing?
Feed me, Chef. Feed me.
Here, I'll feed her.
Me.
Here, have my cookies. Yeah. And I'm gonna throw cookies in her mouth like they're ninja stars.
Okay.
I will catch them.
Roll will to see if you made these cookies with that good healing juice.
11.
Full success, Kilana. Foof. One of the cookies comes flying like a frisbee. You leap up into the air, mouth open.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're good, right?
Yeah, no, keep that up. Wow, thank you.
And immediately, the Grinch behind you is going to stab into you with the candy cane as well, dealing 1 damage.
Having been stabbed, I'm assuming the man is behind me.
Yeah.
So Kilana wants to throw her head back as hard as she can to try and knock him out, even though, she can't see behind her regardless if she's blind right now.
Yeah.
So she's just really, really hoping.
Roll body with bad luck.
That's 9.
Full success.
Yeah!
You instinctually, as you feel the candy cane kind of cut at your side, you throw your head back and you smash into his head, which then smashes into the wall, and he collapses.
God, Jesus, fuck. Again with the stabbing.
The one near Charlie's gonna say, "Hey, back up!" You see one of them kind of moves away, and then ding, he also opens a hot cocoa bomb and is gonna throw it on the ground.
Ew. Run.
Full success. No! Again, you hear patrons screaming, "No! What did you do? You are gonna take 1 damage, and you are blinded.
One fork stuck in the guy's neck is still there, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab with both hands and try to rip it across his throat.
Ooh, roll body for me with bad luck.
7.
Okay, mixed success. You manage to grab onto the fork. He grabs onto your hand. You begin to try and tear into it. He is pushing back. He goes, "You need to go away." And then he is going to take you down to the ground as he puts his other hand on your head and smashes your head into the floor, dealing 1 damage. But as he does, he loses his grip on your wrist and you tear through his throat. The blood sprays onto you and he collapses on top of you.
This is not how I thought Chef Orson would be on top of me.
The last one remaining goes, "Oh, fuck. All right, I'm out of here." And he's going to run out the door and he is going to throw another hot cocoa bomb just to try and hurt as many people as he can on the way out.
Damn, fuck that guy.
Damn this man.
He throws the hot cocoa bomb near Charlie again, dealing him another damage. As it shatters and you begin to hear more screaming as people disperse towards the walls. And he makes it to the door, but he is not yet out.
Does anyone hurt? Can I feed them cookies?
Chef, you can roll either mind or will, depending on how you want to help, to try and go around and help as many of the hostages as you can.
Oh, that's a natural 12 again.
Chef, you run out and you begin handing cookies to the various injured patrons. You see the little calf comes, and you squeeze cold milk onto the burns as you begin to try to heal them.
Heal them, Bessie.
And with that, you see the guard actually runs out and escapes the restaurant. But there are no more Grinches left on this floor that you can see.
Kilana's gonna run outside and try and catch the final Grinch.
You truly are Chef Orson's sous chef. Okay. You see him running through the parking lot. He goes, this stupid idiots. Oh, yeah. I bet so many of them are going to be permanently burned and injured and scarred and ugly. Ha 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 ha. That's what you get for taking out my minion buddies. Ha ha. Fuck Christmas. I hate Christmas. I never got any presents. Fuck. He collapses onto the ground. He goes, why am I like this? Why am I like this?
Oh, God. I don't know. And Kilana's gonna have walked out to hear him just be like, why am I like this? Why am I like this? Be like, because you lack spirit. She rolled a 10, and she's gonna stab him in the neck with the prong sword. Merry Christmas.
With that, we cut to the vents as Heather and Butch make their way up. What do we see?
Trying to be as quiet as possible and follow those voices. Every now and then, Heather will just whisper and be like,
You okay, Chef?
I'm fine.
This isn't exactly how I planned to spend in Christmas, but at least I got to see you.
He doesn't respond.
You gonna come visit anytime soon?
Sure.
Okay.
And she'll just keep going.
She crawls with a little more pep in her step.
Pep in her crawl.
Eventually, as you guys kind of follow the sounds of the voices reverberating through the ducts, you manage to make it to a vent where you can see the upper level of Orsino's. It is a gorgeous private dining room. There are a few tables that sit on a rotating floor with a lovely view of the surrounding vineyard through tinted glass panels. The room has been decked out with Christmas decor, and in the center of the space is a massive Christmas tree. Plenty of presents and 3 Grinch-masked figures standing over a bound and gagged Gordon Ramsay.
Maybe we can exit from another room.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you guys are close enough now that I'm going to say give me a body roll for stealth.
That's a 13 for stealth.
Critical fail.
Heather, you make no noise whatsoever. And Butch, you step a little bit too quickly onto a panel where Heather is, and the duct actually gives way underneath you. And you fall down, and you see one of the Grinch mask figures immediately comes up and says, "Hold it right there! What are you doing?"
Looking for Butch.
Roll will with double bad luck.
Can Heather, when he says looking for Butch, be like, to try to pick up the ruse that Butch has escaped and we're looking for him?
Heather, give me a will roll to see if this goes off. I'm going to say you have single bad luck to see if you're convincing in this backup.
12.
Immediately, the smallest Grinch figure goes, "Well, I suppose it's not possible for 2 of them to be in the vents for no good reason, right?" Chef Orson, roll will with regular bad luck.
8.
Okay, that is a mixed success. The middle height Grinch figure. One of them is towering and blocky. One of them is pretty small, and one of them is like average build. Comes up and goes, "Which one are you? Take off your mask. Both of you."
Butch will get up, quickly grab some utensils, and target all 3 and throw it at him.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll this with bad luck because they are on edge and are watching you. Actually, I'm gonna say double bad luck because you also just fell to the floor, so this is like a big maneuver to like get up and move around like that.
Well, that's a natural 12.
A crit's a crit. Which one are you targeting? The big one, the little one, or the middle one?
All 3, all day.
Okay, immediately Chef Orson goes into like a roll to spring up, grabs like the tablecloth off one of the tables, yoinks it, scooping up as many utensils as you can, and you just begin flinging them like crazy. And you hear the middle one go, "That's him! That's Orson!" And as you throw it, the first fork stabs into the large Grinch. And then as there's a steak knife flying right at the middle one, the big one leaps into the way. The knife burying itself, dealing even more damage. And then as you throw a spoon at the little one, they kind of reach out and grab it, taking even more damage as they collapse, bleeding. And then you hear the middle one kind of run up to this big one who's just collapsed onto the ground. She goes, "Laika, no!" and pulls the Grinch mask off. And you see the lunch lady that survived when you fought them in the street. And she goes, "I protected you. I was needed again. No, you're gonna be okay." "No, you have seen the last of the lunch lady." No! As she crouches over the body, and then the little one is going to rip off a mask, and you see the refuse, and he says, "You can't keep killing all my friends!" And he flings a fruitcake straight into your mouth, Chef Orson. You are going to take 1 damage as this nasty, nasty fruitcake assaults your senses.
Buddy, what the hell are you doing?
What are you doing? You're working with him?
Okay, I'm here. I'm working to cook the people.
Wait, did you call me buddy?
Oh dear. Yeah, I did. What are you doing here?
And he runs up to hug you.
Oh God, no.
Oh.
We do fist pumps, okay?
He like sadly fist bumps you. He looks really sad.
I'm sorry. You're just kind of stinky, bro. I don't know what to say.
I know. And then you see the middle one goes, wait, I don't understand. It's... I thought you would recognize me no matter what, but then again, what's a little old gal like me? And she grabs the mask and says, "To a top potato like you." And you see it is Leslie, the prison inmate who you stabbed in your first day in the kitchen. "This was all supposed to be for you. I wanted to get you a Christmas present."
Oh my God. This is so awkward.
And now Laika's dead. All she wanted was to have a sister and...
Okay,
Man.
all right.
Well, the surprise is ruined, but there he is. You can get him now. You can get him now.
Thank
He's been
you.
ruining your life. You haven't been able to stop thinking about him, and now you can take him out.
Okay, it was more that, I didn't want to take him out as in die. I wanted to take him out to dinner for Christmas.
You just can't let go of the past.
Leslie, honey, come here, honey.
No. Actually, roll will with good luck.
That is a 15.
That is a crit. You see Leslie goes, no, and then...
Come on.
She looks, and she just can't help but hug you, and she hugs you a little bit too tight.
Okay.
And you can almost swear you hear a...
Okay, all right, sweetie. So, listen, I'm usually not against killing people when it's necessary, right?
I thought if you could just put the past to rest, then we could move on.
Right, we could move on?
Yeah. You don't...
Oh.
You never got it, did
Okay,
you?
I get it now. Listen, I'm so sorry, but you can't just kill someone because you want them to love you. Kill the people around them because you want them to love you. I had to learn that, right? I'd be up in the anger management classes, okay? And Kilana's kind of hot anyway, so I'm kind of over it.
And as you say, you can't just kill the people they love so that they love you, and you say that Kilana's hot. We cut back down to the kitchen as you all are hearing this through the vents.
And as we're like cleaning up a little bit, I'm just gonna like pause and just look at Charlie and be like, did I hear that correctly?
I think you did hear that correctly, but you know what? I think we can just stay here. They've got it all under control.
I'm definitely not. I'm not touching that with the.
A 9.5 foot pole.
I feel bad listening. They're so loud.
Maybe we should at least get a jump on the dinner rush.
Yeah, for sure. How's everyone doing out there? Holding up? I promise we're gonna finish cooking real soon.
Everyone is staring at you wide-eyed, like sucking on a cookie like a pacifier.
We wanted to try some immersive entertainment this evening.
Yeah.
Obviously, this has not worked out.
Roll will.
11.
Yeah.
Everyone looks up, and one of the kids goes, "Oh, Dad, remember I told you in school we learned about the immersive productions and like performance art? I didn't realize you brought me to like a special performance for Christmas."
Yeah, I'm so happy we could bring you here, Timmy. Tiny Timmy with your tuberculosis.
No. Oh my God. Okay. Wait.
My son, Tiny Timmy, with your tuberculosis.
Food's coming up shortly, folks.
And we cut back to Heather, Chef, Leslie, and the refuse. Please roll will for your argument about not killing the people you loved.
Yeah, that is an 8.
You make this argument, and she goes, "No, but that's not like that's literally what you taught me. Like that's literally the point of the story that you told me. Like,
Okay, but
did I just not get it right? Like that's not."
Leslie, look, I don't see you that way. I see
That's
you as
okay. We can fix that.
Fix that? How?
You just just time and if I do enough nice things, then
That's just not how it works. I'm sorry. You're well-meaning. You're a very well-meaning individual, but I'm sorry. I don't feel for you that way.
Roll will to try and get across.
12.
So is there just nothing I can do? I even sang to you. All I want for Christmas is you.
See, I thought you were talking about Butchie there.
I never know how to communicate properly. This is why no one loves me.
Oh my God, Leslie. You just haven't found the right person.
At that point, you're gonna hear a gentle knocking on the door.
Come in, I guess.
Kilana's gonna just stick a hand in and be like, unarmed.
Oh, hey.
Oh, this is great. Look, in case you change your mind, she's right there.
And then she's gonna stick her head and be like, hi.
Yeah?
Hey.
You guys can totally finish this. Everyone can hear you downstairs. Everyone.
God.
No embarrassment. I love the honesty. People should be more like you. It's beautiful, really. Happy holidays. Just wanted to let you know.
Wait, who let you go?
Kilana, are there any more Grinches downstairs?
Kilana's gonna look at Chef and be like, come on, Chef. A little more faith than that.
Great. Call the police.
Yes, Chef.
I mean, Chef, maybe we could wait a couple more minutes to call.
Kil's gonna look at Chef and be like, it's the holidays. Maybe give him a few more minutes and I'll call the police in 5. How's that sound?
I suppose you're right. It's Christmas.
And Kil will fix the Santa hat on your head. Be like, that's the spirit.
The refuse looks really sad, and he begins walking down the stairs. Charlie, you see a very tiny Chef Orson in a Santa hat, looking pretty sad.
Oh my goodness! Oh, come here, you! And Charlie, walks over, arms wide, to this tiny Chef Orson.
Chef Orson throws his arms wide and, leaps up to hug you.
You're shorter than I remember.
And he stanks.
That natural musk.
You like it?
I mean, I don't not like it.
He squeezes you tight and says, "You've made my Christmas wish come true." Meanwhile, upstairs, Leslie just goes, "I'm sorry, I guess.
That's okay.
I wanted to give you a Christmas present, and maybe you would give me one. And you don't have to give me one, but can I still give you the one I made you?"
Yeah.
And she goes over to the pile of presents, digs around and pulls out, a very, very thin-looking, wrapped gift.
And she'll unwrap it.
You see it as a paper plate with macaroni art of you.
Wow. That is so nice. Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.
And she'll look around. Oh, has anyone untied Gordon Ramsay, by the way?
Gordon is lying on the floor on his side
Shh, they're having a moment.
And Heather would like to look around to try to find a little snow globe to give to Leslie.
A present for you.
And Kill's gonna smack Chef Orson on the chest. Do you have the snow globes?
He'll place one on the floor and then point and be like, "Oh, look, Heather, there's your gift for her."
Oh, right. Thank you so much.
And she'll pick
You
it
see
up.
the tiny Chef Orson staring out of the globe.
And she hands it out and is like, "Yeah."
Oh my god, this is so wonderful. I'm never gonna forget. They're all here. Look, they're all here. It's him and her and him and him and the ones that don't have names yet.
Yeah.
And they're all here to remind me of a Christmas where I escaped prison through a toilet.
Right, yeah.
And I brought all these people and I held them hostage for 10 minutes.
A little bit more than 10, yeah. A couple hours, maybe.
Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, yeah.
Gordon goes,
And Heather will untie him.
Fuck's sake. Right. I think there's no better thing to do on Christmas than to give back. And I think you should let this not upstanding young woman feel the joys of giving back to others instead of just taking.
Yes, Chef.
Loser's clean, Gordon. Grab your mop.
I am still the chef. I do take orders. Sorry.
You lost the game.
Shit. I did, didn't I?
Well, okay. What do we say we finish serving all the hungry customers and enjoy the rest of our time before the prison transport arrives?
Yes, Chef.
And Heather will hang back for a sec and lean into Kilana and Chef and be like,
Look, I was gonna try to put something together as a present for you, Butchie. I was looking and trying, but as you can see, the macaroni art is kind of, not really up to par. But I guess I'm here.
And she holds out the candy cane sword and is just
If you want to remember at all.
He'll take it.
Merry Christmas, Butchie.
Merry Christmas, Heather.
Merry Christmas, Kilana.
Merry Christmas, Heather.
Thanks for your help. I'll be sure to visit sometime.
Great.
And with that, you all cook and clean the night away. You feed all of the hungry patrons. Gordon, puts on a hell of a show as he really, you guys turn it into a murder mystery dinner. He has a long ranting monologue at the end, but you feed everyone, and sure enough, the cops surround Orsino's. The prison transport arrives, but Gordon, having worked with the prison a few times, actually asks them to, give you some extra time. And he pulls a couple of strings, and he gets some musicians in here, some nice lighting, and he cooks for all of you as he feeds you and he allows you to dance and party somewhat segregated and awkwardly for a little bit, but you enjoy the rest of the night. And as the evening comes to a close, the prison transport begins to load up the prisoners, and the rest of you begin to load back into the Mustang. What do we see as you all part ways?
Heather's at the end of the line and she gets her cuffs on. Kind of slyly, she takes a hand out of the cuffs, waves, and then just puts it back in.
Yep, that sounds correct.
Seems Heather is slowly turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, it does seem that way, huh?
Meanwhile, as you guys are loading into the Mustang, in the vineyard, kind of like hiding, you see the refuse like pops out and does a call me sign while looking at Charlie.
Charlie blushes.
Chef, one of the patrons, Tiny Timmy with the TB, he comes up to you and he says, "Thank you for the wonderful cookies, mister.
Tiny Tim with the TB, it was my pleasure.
I hope one day that I could be as great as Chef."
You won't, but that's okay too. You'll be as great as Tiny Tim with the TB.
Wow. And his eyes go wide as he like looks up at the moon. And with that, you all part ways. The very next day, for the brigade, you all go about your own holiday traditions. But the best present is tucked away not under the tree, but in your email. Tickets for your all expenses paid, luxurious Bahamas New Year's trip.
Chef deletes the email because it's clearly spam.
Oh my god.
And in prison that day, Heather, as you're reading a book in your cell, you begin to hear a little as fingers begin to poke out of your toilet. Then a wrist, then an arm, and you hear a, "Heather,
What's up?
I have something for you."
Oh, okay, what is it?
The hand descends back into the pipe and then comes back out with a small pouch. He goes, "Here, I gotta go. I have a date with Charlie."
Oh, well, Merry Christmas to you.
"Merry Christmas, Heather." The hand waves from the toilet and then descends back in.
And she'll open it?
And as you open it, you see like small satchels of ingredients. There is like a tiny bottle, a pouch of some sort of like herbs, and then a tiny, super discreet like USB hot plate. And you realize that this is a kit for making mulled wine.
Oh my god, the prison lunch is gonna be crazy.
And tucked up against the bottle, you see a really tiny note with Chef Orson's signature.
And she like holds it to her chest and is like,
God bless us, everyone.
yeah.
This has been Merry Chefmas, a Yes Chef Christmas special. Merry Chefmas featured the vocal talents of Amanda Fernandez-Acosta as Kilana Golds, Anna Schooner as Heather Morelli, Michael Pisani as Charlie Twinkerton, Nicholas Benetatos as Chef Butch Orson, and Nicholas Palazzo as Chef. The rest of the world was voiced by your GM, Giancarlo Herrera, with editing and sound design by Giancarlo Herrera. The game was played on the beta build of Mischief, available now at patreon.com/Dorimbus. If you'd like to support the show, please consider checking out the Patreon, where you can get access to Patreon merch, bonus episodes, a Discord, and much more. Be sure to stick around. Your Honor, the final act is returning in January, and Dorimbus Season 5 is coming later next year. To stay up to date with all things Dorimbus, consider signing up for the Dorimbus newsletter at dorimbus.com/newsletter or following us on social media at DorimbusPod. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you all next year.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. He's just, there's something about him. I can look past the smell. I promise you that.
No, I swear. Look, Charlie, what is yours is yours. I have not had many relationships. Who am I to talk? But if that man pops up on this flight by coming out of the toilet, I am not hesitating to flush him.
But
I'm
aren't
not.
surprises just like so romantic?
No, not when I'm pants down trying to, I'm not doing that. So just
knock on the lid before you drop trows,
knock
sweetheart.
on the lid. What do you, no.
Elsewhere, while this is happening, we hear, "Hey man, Happy New Year's.
Oh, thank you.
I brought you a kid's meal. How much longer are you gonna stay here? It's been like 6 months." Oh, I'm just a happy-go-lucky dude waiting for...
Nobody's home. That's all I'm saying.
Chef, make sure I pee before we get on this plane. I'm not using it.
It's my time.